Hello Virgo, welcome to this reading. My name is Zane and we're going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Virgo for the week of June 20th. Now Virgo, do keep in mind this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Now I do not offer personal readings and I will not send you a message on any platform, so do not get scammed. But let's go ahead and get a shuffle in here. Now I am using the Tarot Muka deck as well as the Angel and Ancestors Oracle deck. There are links to all of these decks in the description below. I'd also ask that you hit the like button and subscribe, as it really does help my channel grow in a big way. All right, let me make sure everything is in view here, and we'll get right into it. All right, let's go ahead and put this up here. And then we'll also take 3 oracle cards to clarify as we go along. Okay, so there's something here around the throat chakra coming in here for you, Virgo. I see a whole lot of blue in this in the cards. Okay, there's a whole lot of blue. Blue is the throat chakra, and you know, along with that, you have three of the 5 cards are swords cards. Swords rules communication. You know, I do feel like there's something here in the past that you were a little bit confused on. This may have been around, you know, having an important conversation with somebody. You may have not really, what I should say is you may have been struggling to find the right way to confront a person or to speak up to someone. There may have been something in the past that you needed to, there may have been someone in the past that you needed to say something to. I do see you doing that here in the future, but it's going to be important that you do not hesitate, or that you do not hold back, is what I feel like saying. Now, this is not the advice here is not to be explosive or incendiary or to be confrontational in any way, overly confrontational or unnecessarily confrontational in any way, but speaking up and being heard, and not being timid. That's the word, not being timid or shy in your conversation. Let's dive into this a little bit more. I'm sure there will be other types of messages that come in as well, but that's coming in right away. So in the overall situation, you do have this Knight of Swords energy. So the Knight of Swords is really somebody who takes action, okay? They seize the days, they take advantage of opportunities, they strike while the iron is hot, if you will. The Knight of Swords can also say that there's an event coming into your life that happens so quickly that it may feel even a little bit chaotic. It may come into your life so quickly that you don't even really have a time to catch your breath, but in fact you just have to sort of act on impulse, or act on spontaneously or impulsively. Act on impulse is the right way of saying it. And sometimes we just have to make split decisions, quick decisions in the moment. And that is kind of that Knight of Swords energy. And so I do feel like there could be an event coming in. I think this is not about scaring you in any way, but I think that this is probably something coming in where you will just sort of know what to say, you'll know how to say it. And I think this is around the communication areas of your life. I think this is around throat chakra areas in your life. In the past, you have the Moon and the King of Swords as well. The Moon represents something that is maybe unclear, murky, or just a little bit potentially confusing. The Moon says that there's something that is not as it appears. The thing is, the Moon is a temporary situation, and it says that the storm will very quickly pass. It'll come in and leave. It'll leave as quick as it came in, right? And this is potentially around this King of Swords energy, which the King of Swords could be a Libra, it could be any air sign. This could be your boss as well, by the way, if you work for somebody or you work under somebody. This could be coming in that way. It's possible that some of you want to ask for a raise. Yeah, it's possible that some of you here in the past have wanted to ask for a raise. And I can tell you from experience, that is certainly, I've done this before multiple times when I used to have a 9 to 5. Asking for a raise is not easy. But it's also something that if you don't ask for a raise, you're very unlikely to get a raise. It's one of those things where you kind of have to, like you have to kind of ask for it. And there's nothing wrong with asking for a raise. Like you can't be, from my perspective, I don't know, consult HR, but or consult someone else. But I don't believe that you can be fired for asking for a raise, from what I understand. And so there's no, you're allowed to do that. And if you say, if you get a no, oh well, at least you had the courage to do it. And if you get a yes, well, even better, right? And so this could be where the communication issue is coming around for some of you. In the future, you have the Four of Pentacles and you also have the Ace of Swords. So yes, this certainly could be about your money situation. You can see this Four of Pentacles person is very concerned about their money, right? They're touching all of their possessions here. They have all of they're holding on to all of all four of their pentacles here. And, this is symbolism for them being afraid of losing what they have. It's also symbolism for financial security and kind of financial stability. And so it's possible here that you are looking for a raise because it's time for you to earn more. Maybe you've been giving yourself to a position for a long time, and it's time for you to either, tap into getting a raise in your current position, or what happens is if your employer can't give you a raise, well, then you can make a career move to another place. I don't know if I said this in your last reading or not, but there is a statistic out there that people who move every 2 years, people who switch jobs every 2 years, earn more money over the course of their life. And so it does make financial sense to make moves, because the reality is that there are just less opportunities. There's just less money available to continually get raises in your current position. And so, yeah, just something to consider there with the Four of Pentacles showing up. But the Ace of Swords says that there is definitely a victory in that area. There's a new beginning, and there's a success, there's a triumph. There's a victory coming for you in that area, and it's a breakthrough. It's also a breakthrough in communication. And so again, I feel like there is this thing around, speaking up, your throat chakra, kind of standing up for yourself, so forth and so on. And, that's clearly here, you succeeding in that area. Now let's go ahead and just keep moving forward here. Let's move up the pyramid. So you have the Eight of Cups, you have the King of Pentacles. Wow, you have the Six of Wands, and you have the Three of Cups. So yeah, I'm really looking for the Six of Pentacles for the job raise, like within the organization. It's possible that some of you are, I like this a lot for you, just to be very clear. But it is possible that some of you move. There might be money elsewhere. Okay, there might be money elsewhere available for you here, okay? Reason being is this King of Pentacles, okay? The way that I'm viewing this here is you've been having a problem, or maybe not a problem, you've been having a challenge here speaking up to your current boss. Well, it looks like there's a new one coming in, or perhaps the King of Pentacles represents HR in this case, and this represents your boss going to HR asking for the raise for you. This is just very specific, but I also think that this is very clear in this reading. Either way, some of you are either going to be leaving your situation. Some of you will be leaving your situation for something new, because the Eight of Cups represents walking away from disappointing situations. You can see the cups are behind this person, but I like this illustration because you can see that they're kind of content. They're not like disappointed. They're kind of content. And that's really what the Eight of Cups is about. For me, the Eight of Cups is a card of empowerment. And this is somebody who is, taking an empowered step forward towards their destiny, towards their dream, which would be the Nine of Cups. And, I see for you, if you get if it turns out that you cannot get a raise in your current position, you're moving on. Okay, you're moving on. And you could have a lot of success in this area because you have the Six of Wands, which is public recognition. This could, see this could see your boss saying, okay, we've upgraded Virgo to assistant director, or whatever the case may be. Like, this could be your boss publicly recognizing you and telling your team that you deserve this upgrade or this new position, or whatever the case may be with the Six of Wands, because there is a public recognition element to the Six of Wands, but it's just victory. It's victory after having gone through some sort of competition or challenge. And along with that, you see the Three of Cups as well, which is about celebrating. Okay, Three of Cups is joy, celebration, happiness, good times with others. And again, another card of like other people being involved here, but it can represent your social circle, so forth and so on. And so, yeah, a very good combination here. Let's take a look at these 3 oracle cards. So you have Stargazer, set your sights higher, Direction Guardian, choose your path, and Water Guardian, connect to your emotions. Okay, really like these 3 cards that you pulled here, and just take note here, lots of blue coming back in to the cards, okay? Ton of throat chakra energy here, okay? I think in expressing how you feel to your boss or to a person with this Water Guardian is going to clear the maybe potential blockage that may be present for you in your throat chakra energy. I think that will really help. Yeah, I mean, the direction here, it's like there's a path opening for you. It's hard to say. Some of you, it'll be walking away, opens up a new path. Some of you, it may be upward move in your current situation. But yeah, set your sights higher. It's possible that some of you are definitely, there's money elsewhere. There might be more money elsewhere. Let's go ahead and let's just dive into this a little bit more. I'm just getting multiple, like 2 storylines really here in this reading. So it really depends, but let's just see what direction might open up here for you. Wow, you have the Wheel of Fortune. You have the Sun. Wow, and you have the Nine of Cups. So at the end of the day, it doesn't matter, because whatever direction you end up going with is going to be extremely rewarding for you. For sure. Okay, you see the Nine of Cups in the past. I think probably more of you will take an opportunity elsewhere. You see, especially because you have the movement of the Knight here, of the Knight of Swords, sort of anchoring this reading here at the base of the pyramid. But you see the Eight of Cups energy. This person walks towards the Nine of Cups. Okay, the Nine of Cups is the fulfillment of a wish. It is a major wish card. It's a major sort of dream come true energy. It's the feeling of having your cups overflowing. It's emotional contentment in your situation. So if you can't feel that now, it's coming in the future, okay? And the reason why I think more of you are probably walking away is because the Nine of Cups is in the future with the Eight of Cups in the past, right? So I think that that's probably more likely here. The thing is, you have a very big combination of the Wheel of Fortune and the Sun. Huge. Wheel of Fortune is the wheel of your destiny spinning. It says that your luck, your destiny, your luck's increasing, your favorability is increasing, and your destiny is sort of staring you down in the face. And it says that right now the opportunities are ripe for you to move in that direction. The thing is, the Wheel of Fortune asks you to take action, okay? So yes, favorability has arrived and increased in your life, but you must take advantage of the opportunity that is in front of you, just like the Knight of Swords. So it's almost like there's a spontaneous or situation here that leads you to find a new opportunity that comes with more money. I think that there's probably more money elsewhere. I keep saying that, but I keep feeling that. You have the Sun as well, which is just total positivity, victory, success, happiness, the best card to find in the tarot. And, you know, this is about you shining extremely bright at this time, Virgo. It's also a card of truth, and anything that's not true or wrong will be exposed by the ray of the sun. The moon is something that's a little bit murky or unclear. The sun exposes whatever is murky or unclear. Number 18, the moon. Number 19, the sun. Okay, let's move up the pyramid here. Wow, you have the World, and you have the High Priestess. So yeah, something coming to light here, a revelation here on the horizon for you. The World is a big card. It's a huge card. You have big energies here coming up as we moved up the pyramid. The World is the completion of a cycle. It's you sitting at the top of the world and feeling successful. It is the energy of success. It's also the energy of certainty, that in that you can be certain that this chapter has closed and a new chapter is beginning. Very, very big card, okay? It's big chapter closing out, big cycle closing out. It's Saturn energy. Listen, asking your boss for a raise is not hard, but it's definitely Saturnian. It's definitely something that, is rewarding, potentially, if you do muster up the courage to do that. You have the High Priestess as well. The High Priestess is a major card of intuition, and it is potentially a card of secrets, which is interesting. There is something that's a little bit unclear here that is becoming clear with the Moon in the past and the High Priestess in the future. Maybe if there was something withheld from you, there's a reason why that was, but that is coming out into the open here. At the top of the pyramid, you have the Justice card, the scales. Okay, at the end of the day, you are getting the outcome you deserve. And I love that for you in this reading here at the top of the pyramid. Okay, this is about you having good karma. This is about you having taken nice actions in the past that have now set you up for success in the future and in the present. At the bottom of the deck, you have the Eight of Swords. Yeah, it's hard. I mean, you're doing something that is not easy, but is ultimately moving you forward here. The Eight of Swords asks you to move through the limitations of your mind and recognize that it's okay to put yourself forward, and it's okay to put yourself kind of ahead sometimes. And especially in the workplace, sometimes we have to put ourselves first. So I love this reading for you. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe. Really appreciate you, and I will see you in the next reading.